All right, welcome back to another week of Hot Streak Podcast. It's your boy, Young Saif. I'm here with my boy, Carlos. Say what's up, Carlos.
What's up, y'all?
And we got a special guest, a little special guest this time around. You know, we like to bring you guys some a little spontaneous, so let me introduce the one, the only, Alexis Suevas.
Damn, what up, y'all?
Yum. This guy is a 4-star varsity athlete in high school. He played a lot of soccer, a little bit of basketball, but he doesn't talk about it much these days. He's got 3 years under his belt coaching, right? Yeah, he's coaching high school teams, and a lot more. He's probably going to be in an overrated MLS coach one day. But
God, I hope not.
Nah, we got him in the building, so yeah, that's our boy. And we're just gonna start it off with some NBA, and we're gonna give our time today to Zach Randolph right now because we got to talk about it. He just signed to the Kings, right?
Yeah. So last week he was arrested for possession with intent to sell marijuana.
The devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce. Zach Randolph. I'm not even sure. Do you know how much weed he had on him?
I believe it was
pounds, dude.
Pounds?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Pounds.
Interesting. So, I mean, that's unfortunate. Hopefully, he could get that resolved. I mean, he's going to probably be looking at a suspension from the league just for disciplinary acts. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be caught up with that much weed and not get away, like, and come away without any consequences. So, hopefully there's no legal consequences in that. Hopefully he gets that sorted out, but I anticipate a suspension coming.
Dude, I ain't even tripping on the weed. It's just like, what are you doing in LA, in the hood, Zach Randolph? Like, why are you chilling in the hood? You're worth millions of dollars. You're supposed to be the veteran presence on this Kings team.
That's why they signed him, right?
Rookie move.
Bro, like, Zach Randolph, you're a legend in, Minnesota or wherever you're from. But, dude, you can take the boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the boy. That's what I think is going on right here, because he's probably just surrounding himself with some bad people, hanging out in the hood, and, late at night and getting caught up with pounds of marijuana. Like, what, are you selling the weed? Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah, supposedly it's an intent to sell.
Like, why are you selling weed when you just signed a fatty contract and you had millions of dollars?
You're getting paid in one of the highest paying sports out there, and you're over here throwing it away.
Like, I don't have a problem with weed.
Jane.
I have no problem with weed, but like, why are you out here in the hood trying to sell it? Or just like, why are you even there, bro? Like, I feel like you're out in the hood just hanging out with the homies on the block, trying to be, who you were before you became an NBA legend. And now you're back on here. Like, you should be setting a good,
example for the young Bucks on the Kings. I mean, the Kings got a young team, and that's why he was signed as a veteran presence, as a leader in the locker room. And now look at you. People are going to look at you like, come on, man, you a goof.
Come on, Zebo.
You done goofed.
You know better than that, bro. And, he's facing a felony because he had felonious intent to sell, according to the LAPD. Now, hopefully they figure that out, and hopefully the CBA does not ban him from the league, because that is a possibility, and that would be scary.
Yeah, the league has forget the jail time. You can get out of jail, but if you get banned from the league, there goes all your income.
Yeah, man, you just signed an $8 million deal, so it was only 1 year, bro. Your 20th season, like, you should be out of the hood.
1 year?
Yeah, you got an $8 million 1 year deal.
Damn.
20th season.
That's like the vet minimum and some a little bit of extra on that.
He's still feisty, bro. He's still I saw it last year.
That's a big body. Yeah, that's a big body right there.
Straight up.
Down there on the block.
Zebo don't play around, man. But enough of Zach Randolph, because that's just making me sad. Let's talk about Kyrie.
The unicorn.
I'm tired of talking about Kyrie, honestly, but
it's like the whole Neymar saga all over again.
I know. Oh my God. I just can't wait till this is over with and Kyrie has been dealt with already, because this is annoying. But apparently the Cavs are eyeballing Kristaps Porzingis for Kyrie in a possible trade. But, I don't know. I kind of like the sound of that, just because, the Knicks could take whoever, and they'd be better off than what they are right now. But
really, honestly, that's true.
Porzingis, that'd be a sweet opportunity for him. He'd have a real shot at a title. So it'd be awesome. I like the sound of that deal personally.
I think the only thing, rumors that there's a lot of teams interested in Kyrie, but the Cavs are just waiting to see what LeBron's decision is going to be, because there is the option of him opting out and leaving next summer. So that's holding up a lot of negotiations, because the Cavs are trying to see if they're going to trade Kyrie, they got to get enough back to not have a completely destroyed team. You know what I mean? Like trying to replace LeBron James, that's impossible. So imagine trying to replace LeBron James and trading Kyrie away and receiving nothing in return. That's a tank. That's tank mode.
Keep Kyrie.
Yeah.
Just make him play mad.
Yeah,
like whatever, dude. If
I think that's what they're gonna end up doing. I think they're gonna just keep Kyrie until they know if LeBron's leaving, and if he makes his decision during the season, I expect Kyrie to be dealt at the trade deadline. But other than that, I think he's gonna stay the full season, and they'll try to shop him in the next off season.
What do you think, Alexis? Kyrie for Porzingis?
That's a good move for Porzingis. I mean, he has a title shot now. I mean, something he'd never have with the Knicks. Did they even make the playoffs last season?
Bro, they haven't made the playoffs since 2011.
Yeah. A lot to do with Carmelo, though. Not even him. But
yeah, and that's another thing. Is Carmelo leaving?
D Rose left already for sure, though, right? Like, did he already sign with the Cavs?
Yeah, D Rose is on the Cavs.
God damn it. What a waste of talent.
So it's like Carmelo saga is still up in the air. His preferred landing spot is Houston.
Houston lands that. They got a chance.
Yeah.
Better than what they had now. They'll make it to they could probably make it to the Western Finals.
The only problem was that is they lack depth. They got rid of everybody. And they got rid of a lot of offensive firepower.
They got rid of their sixth man, right? Eric Gordon.
I think Eric Gordon did sign with somebody else, or he still might be on
Beverly, they got rid of.
But Lou Will for sure.
Yeah, they got rid of Lou Williams.
Man.
They got rid of
Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly. So a lot of defense with Beverly, and then Lou Williams instant offense. So it's kind of like they need I still think that they're a couple seasons away from being a contender because chemistry issues.
But how much years do you have does Chris Paul have left in him to give you a good season?
He's a ticking time bomb, bro.
Yeah, he is aging
just relatively like
quickly. He's always injured too. I don't know. Houston, get it together.
Straight up. I mean, they can make something happen. That's why I'm kind of eager.
And then I'm also hearing from my sources down at ESPN. I'm hearing Kyrie to the Spurs is a legitimate option. But the Cavs are saying that if they're trying to deal Kyrie, they're trying to get a young star back. So I'm anticipating maybe. I mean, if he goes to the Spurs, it's gonna have to be a 3-team trade. They're gonna have to get some young guys out to Cleveland, and I don't know. Maybe it's the Spurs, Suns, Cavs 3-team trade or something. You got to think of a lot of young talent. What teams have young talent that are willing to deal these picks or these players for Kyrie? If Kyrie lands at the Spurs, man, that's interesting. That's pretty interesting with Kawhi Leonard out there. They got Rudy Gay. They still got some young. They have that. They have this young point guard. He was a rookie last year. Played pretty well in the playoffs. He had a lot of time in the playoffs because of the injury to Tony Parker. So, I mean, it's pretty interesting to see.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how Kyrie's trade talks are relying on LeBron's decision. How everything, everything's has to do with what does LeBron want first?
Even there, Kyrie's decision can't even be Kyrie's decision.
Yeah,
LeBron's decision.
It's a request. It's not even a demand. I request to be traded. you have no real option, no leverage there, buddy. But
and then, did you guys see the Christmas Day games?
No, I didn't.
They released the Christmas Day.
The only one I saw was Lakers got the Wolves, right?
Yeah, Lakers are going to play the Wolves.
Ooh.
It's going to be a finals rematch, and then I believe it's let me see if I could get this.
Last year was a finals rematch too. That was pretty lit.
I think they do that every Christmas though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they do.
They need it for the viewers, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
Let's see.
You guys see LeBron's 2K rating came out today?
No, was it 99?
No. Close.
97.
Yep, 97. One over Durant. And
So is he the highest rated player in the game?
So far.
Oh, they still haven't released Steph Curry or...
They've only released 52. Steph Curry got rated 94. Kawhi got rated 95. And Durant got rated 96 and LeBron 97. So you kind of see where 2K feels about that top 5 right there.
Talking about 2K, did you guys see that post of Brandon Ingram getting dunked
Oh, yeah,
on?
Brandon Ingram.
And then Lonzo Ball commenting that if they didn't change that, they were losing a customer.
And then they changed it.
Yeah.
Hey. But he's like, you still need to change. They changed his rating.
Yeah, he said that they need to work on the rating. He's a 76 overall, Brandon Ingram. I think that's a fair rating.
Based off one season.
They gave Lonzo 80. And they gave Dennis Smith Jr. like 76. Are you saying that those people
I'm
are
saying that Brandon Ingram right now, since he did average only 9 points, they're taking the whole average into consideration. He did peak last year, and I think he's gonna impress a lot this season. I think he's gonna be one of the better players on the Lakers. And Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka have said that they expect Brandon Ingram to be in the number one scoring option for the Lakers in the last part of the game.
So he's your go-to guy in the fourth.
He's the go-to guy in the fourth.
He's a beast.
So I mean, I anticipate Brandon Ingram having a breakout year.
They just don't really know what he's got right now because he's been working in the summer, dude. I'm sure he's gonna come out and just like unload on them, and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you
his summer league was cut 82. Real short."
He scored 29 points in that game.
Yeah, and they still won it without him.
Giannis got rated 91, same as Karl Anthony Towns, and Kyrie only got rated 90 for 2K.
Oh yeah, he was upset with it.
Yeah,
they showed a video where he said he's gonna work on it, and next year they were gonna see like he's gonna be better.
Yeah. So I got the Christmas Day games up. Philadelphia at New York, Cleveland at Golden State, Washington at Boston, Houston at Oklahoma City, and Minnesota at Los Angeles Lakers. And that's the 7:30 game. The LA game is the last game on Christmas. That's a pretty good, clean Christmas Day block right there.
You think they're gonna be tight games or they're gonna be blowout games?
There's gonna be a couple blowouts.
I feel like the Houston OKC would be a blowout at this point.
Yeah,
because now you got Chris Paul.
Well, I mean, Paul George could play defense, so Paul George can defend James Harden, and then you just put Russell Westbrook on Chris Paul, and then that's basically all you're guarding for Houston. Like, what other offensive?
Who are you guarding on OKC? Then?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if Chris Paul.
It's a 2-on-2 pretty much.
Yeah, it is.
Whose bench plays better that game?
Yeah,
dude. OKC is gonna be pretty solid, like defensively too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are anticipating OKC to be not that good. I don't think they're a contender, but I think they're definitely gonna turn some heads this year. They're gonna be fun to watch.
OKC, bro, they're going like top 4. I say
top 4.
Top 4.
Top 4 in the West. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I think they're going at 6 again.
Are we gonna predict some playoff seeds right now?
That's my hot take right there.
I think 6. I think 6.
Okay,
sure.
well, who's gonna be in front of them? I just asked that. Who's gonna be in front of the OKC?
You got Golden State,
the Spurs.
You got the Spurs, Houston.
Ooh.
I think
the Lakers,
the Wolves, the Wolves could pull it off. The Wolves could pull it off.
But that's about it for me. So like, I don't see anyone else really coming for that.
Man, you right, y'all. You right, yeah. But
man, I'd just be on another level than these dudes.
Simmer down there. All right, so you know what? We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with some NFL news. Keep it locked. This is Hot Streak.
This is Trey Hermoso, and you're listening to Hot Streak Podcast.
Yo, we're back. This is C-God. This is Hot Streak. I'm back in the building with Saif.
Yo.
Alexis is still here. What's good? How y'all feeling?
Chilling. You know, we out here doing
all
big
right,
things.
So we got some NFL news for you.
Oh,
Tom Savage, projected starting quarterback for the Houston Texans, saying he's not gonna let anyone take his starting job from him. I feel like the only person who could take that job from him is opposing defenses by destroying his confidence. Deshaun Watson obviously has been. They drafted Deshaun Watson out of Clemson. He's projected to be their franchise quarterback in the coming seasons. I saw his first preseason game. I was impressed. He didn't make any bad decisions. He looked pretty composed in the pocket. and when he had to travel outside the pocket, he did score a touchdown. So I'm projecting Watson to start by week 4. I don't see the Texans offense being dynamic enough with Savage as their quarterback. Although that name is dope as hell. Tom Savage, like, damn, boy. That's crazy.
Hey, Mr. Savage, your car's here.
Yeah, right? Like,
sounds cool.
He just sounds cool. That doesn't necessarily translate to the field, though, so we'll see. We'll see. A lot of moves this weekend. There's been a lot of it's the first week of preseason, so a lot of teams are still playing still trying to decide which players are they're going to look at to make the roster. I mean, the roster has to be cut down to 53 men by the first week of the season. I think right now it's like at 90 something. So there's 93 players on the teams, on each team. A lot of people are getting moved around. A lot of people are getting released right now. The Eagles running back Ryan Matthews got released.
Oh man,
he didn't do too well the last season. So
last season was whatever for him.
Yeah, and then they're definitely going to rely on a running back to take some pressure off of Carson Wentz out there in Philadelphia. They do like to throw the ball around, but I mean, you do need a solid running back to move some yards, to get the short change yards right there, and definitely in the red zone.
You should get a couple of good running backs because
you can't have one.
Yeah, you
can't just have one guy run the whole game.
Yeah,
it's impossible in this league.
Hurt,
Yeah, this league is changing too, so
it's a cold world out there.
You need some versatility at the back position. Speaking of running backs, we got Zeke.
Dude,
Ezekiel Elliott
into it.
In the news, bro.
Ezekiel Elliott has been suspended for the first 6 games of the NFL season.
That's 7 weeks.
It's 7 weeks because they got a bye week 6. So he's not going to be able to play week 7. He did appeal earlier this week. We're going to see and wait on that appeal, see if they change anything about that. But what do you guys think? Harsh or not harsh enough?
To me,
that's a bit much, dude. That's half the season.
Yeah, he shouldn't have hit a woman.
Yeah, I mean, he did a lot of scumbag stuff like this last, from the summer to like right before he got drafted.
Yeah.
But in this particular situation, I think it's too harsh just because the evidence was kind of shaky. Like, apparently this girl made claims, but then like told other people like she just wanted to ruin his career, and like, so it was kind of like shaky, right? And like it wasn't enough for the courts to find him guilty of anything. But the NFL I feel like they're on this, like, they're on a crusade to basically just make their PR look good because they've screwed up so many times, with like domestic violence and all this stuff. So I think they try to make it look harsh to make it look like, we're the good guys. We're going to give them a badge.
Yeah, ever since the Ray Rice incident, I believe that the NFL has been a little bit, they had a rule with an iron fist when it comes to domestic violence issues. I'm not even saying that the player found guilty or anything, just in general, when domestic violence is involved, I feel like they have to be a little more strict.
Yeah, this reminds me of the Cowboys. Image. Yeah, exactly. See, the Cowboys were getting in trouble because they had a lot of like players getting in trouble off the field, right? And then they wanted to protect their image, so they let Lucky Whitehead go, right?
Yeah.
Turns out Lucky Whitehead was innocent, but they were just trying to, make an example out of him. Like, no, we're not afraid to cut someone. So I feel like that's what the NFL is doing to Zeke, trying to make an example, but they're doing it at the wrong time, so it's kind of going to backfire. I think the suspension will get appealed to like a 2-game suspension.
I think no less than 3, dude. And first of all, you shouldn't even put yourself in a situation where you're going to be suspended.
Yeah, honestly, Ezekiel Elliott, you got to realize who you are. Like, you can't be going out in public and being in the public's eye and doing stupid crap like this. Like, you're the rookie of the year. You're the offensive rookie of the year. You had an amazing season last year. Everyone knows your name. Everyone knows what you look like. And people are going to antagonize you. Yeah, people are going to go out of their way to be a douche to Ezekiel Elliott because, what is he going to do? He's not going to hit me. He's not going to hit me. Yeah. They're going to test him, But this event that they're like punishing him for was an event that was like a year and a half ago. So like right before he got drafted. So like while he's still in college, he allegedly, Well, even then, people know who he was.
People do know who he was, but like, and he's been messing up ever since he got into the NFL. But it's just like, I don't know. This came late, so
this could be a culture thing in that locker room. Dallas
Hopefully
Cowboy
not.
locker room is a little bit tumultuous. They got a couple suspensions within the last year they had that one guy. What's his name? Greg Hardy? They had Greg Hardy on the team. Greg Hardy's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I think he's in jail.
Yeah.
I think he might be in jail. So
He is. He's going to be there for a minute.
So I mean, it all comes down to the culture in that locker room. Like, they got to understand. Zeke has to understand who he is and what he's doing, and he has to realize that he's in the public's eye, and he can't be making stupid mistakes like this.
Yeah.
More running back news. A lot of running backs in the news, man.
Yeah.
So the Arizona Cardinals and the Oakland Raiders had their preseason game on Saturday, and good old Mr. Marshawn Lynch was spotted sitting during the national anthem.
Whoa.
Personally, I don't really feel like that should be in the headlines. I mean, yeah, maybe one of the smaller stories in the news, but definitely not like the front page of ESPN.com. I think it's blown out of proportion. He did release he did tell Jack Del Rio, the coach, he said that he hasn't stood for the national anthem in 11 years. So he's saying that it's not really, he doesn't have like a hidden message to it or anything. He doesn't stand. Jack Del Rio said that he wishes he would have stood up, or he wishes he would have told him that he was going to sit, so he wasn't blindsided by all these reporters asking him questions about it. But the Raiders don't seem to think that that's going to be a huge distraction in the locker room. What do you guys think?
I think the national anthem at any sporting event is a distraction, to be honest. And it's just like this
Sitting during it?
Just having a national anthem play at any sporting event, to me, is just kind of like, I could go without this. You know, like, this isn't America right here. We're talking football, we're talking basketball, we're talking soccer. Like,
Yeah.
even, you know, we have the NBA in Canada. Like, why do we need to be giving national anthems? Like, this is kind of like, to me, like, I love America, and I hate to be talking politics and sports, but like, why are we trying to put like this nationalistic propaganda in sports? Like, I don't need to hear the national anthem before the game. Having a flag there is enough, you know? Having an American flag there is enough for me. So like, we wouldn't even be talking about this if there was no national anthem during the game.
Sponsorships, bro.
But who's sponsoring the national anthem? America? Like, you got singers coming on and doing that's what I think it's for. It's like, oh, let's get this singer to come up and, you know, sing. But this guy's getting so many views. He's getting like millions of people watching. So I feel like it's more just like
to get it wrong. To sing that national anthem wrong?
No, like, I feel like they're getting like so much attention and like marketing, pretty much just having we're gonna have John Legend singing today. We're gonna have Katy Perry here. Oh, crazy, you know, like,
we're going to have Quavo sing the national anthem.
yeah, it's like,
I'd pay to see that.
yeah, but I don't know.
Mama!
Yeah, straight up. So I don't know. To me, it's just, I could go without seeing the national anthem at any sporting event.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. There's bigger issues in America right now than professional athletes not standing for the national anthem. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff going on that needs more attention than professional athletes. I mean, these guys get paid millions. Let them sit. Let them stand. As long as they're not killing people or hitting women, we're all good.
Straight up.
Have you guys seen those Giants highlight videos of Odell Beckham?
The most recent ones?
Yes. This past week?
Yeah.
How is he doing this? How is he catching these balls? I don't get it. Like,
Pause.
he's catching them at weird angles over defenders, one-handed, snatching the ball out of the air. Like,
Bruh,
I'm excited. I'm excited to watch this guy play.
He's playing on some voodoo. I don't know. He's got magic
physics?
tricks.
Yeah,
What is physics to this man?
This guy. He's not the biggest. He's not the strongest. He may be the fastest, but John Ross is probably the faster NFL wide receiver in the league. But I mean, this guy has the potential to be one of the greatest wide receivers in the league right now.
He got that X factor, bro. This is why I was trying to make the case last week that he should get paid more than QB. But that's just my opinion. I just think Odell is a talent, and like,
I've never seen anybody grab the ball like that. I've never seen anybody catch the ball the way Odell Beckham catches the ball.
Nah, like, those one-handed catches are.
He caught a ball with three fingers, man.
Dude, that's crazy.
Like, I don't know. And it was pass interference on that. We're still going to be talking about that catch 10 years from now.
Straight up.
Did you see the one he did at LSU?
Oh, yeah, and the kickoff?
Kickoff?
Yeah, I saw that one too. That was...
Yo, that had spin on it then.
Yeah.
If it's a kickoff, it had spin, and he caught it one-handed and said, whatever, bro, I got this.
Crazy.
His hands are like Mickey Mouse gloves.
I don't know.
That's what it reminds me of.
He's like stretching his hand out or something.
Yeah, my brother told me that when he met... Because my brother went to the ESPYs, and he met Odell, and he said that... My brother's a pretty big dude, about 6'3", so he's taller than Odell, but Odell's hand engulfed his hand.
Damn.
So, I mean, dude can catch anything. He could catch a car if the car was coming. He could stop a car with his bare hands. Like, I don't know.
I feel it.
We need to compare it to Kawhi Leonard's hand.
Yeah, he probably has the same size hand as Kawhi Leonard or something.
Which is huge. Like, you see Kawhi gripping the ball?
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
it looks like a tennis ball in his hand.
He's got a center.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Jahlil Okafor's hand. It's like, it's like, bro, you could catch 2 balls with that one hand, you know?
It's
crazy.
It's amazing.
He's spoiling us with these.
We're in for a show this season.
Yeah, this season the NFL is going to be nuts. I hope all the star players stay healthy. I hope there's like competition to the very last game. Yes. Because
speaking of star players being healthy, Andrew Luck,
who seems to have a problem with being healthy.
Yeah, but he's
like,
a star
health
player.
isn't my thing.
Yeah, he seems to have no help around him either. He's uncertain for week 1, so
I read an article that said Chuck Pagano and the rest of the Colts management are not going to put a timetable on his return. They hope he returns as soon as possible, but at the same time they need him to be healthy. So I mean, what's wrong with losing a couple games at the beginning of the season and then getting a healthy Andrew Luck back and making a run towards the end of the season?
Yeah.
What guarantees you the run though?
Well, nothing guarantees you anything, but Andrew Luck on the field is definitely a plus than Andrew Luck off the field.
By the way, if you're playing fantasy football, Andrew Luck, I had him last season. He's pretty beast. If you're looking for that late, QB pick, he's a boss. There you go.
There's Andrew Luck. I'm Saif's fantasy wisdom coming at you.
Yeah, he's certified by me.
Another fantasy player that you want to stay away from, Roberto Aguayo, the kicker, who's formerly the Buccaneers' first-round pick, was released by the Buccaneers. He's been picked up by Chicago, so he's going to be on the Bears now. I think he had the worst field goal percentage of the league last year.
He was like in his 70s, dude.
He was very bad.
Yeah, they picked him in the first round. Bro.
Yeah, I think it was either the first or the second round that they picked him.
I remember he got picked high. I remember him kicking and missing all that. Like, I just seen him miss so many field goals.
Yeah, it was just in college he was pretty much automatic, and he came out of a school that has history of bringing in kickers to the league and them establishing a good career. Florida State.
Yeah, I was about to say he went to school with Jameis Winston, right?
Yeah, he was on Jameis Winston's national championship team right there, and Sebastian Janikowski, the kicker for the Oakland Raiders, also was from Florida State. So they were hoping, I guess the Bucs were hoping to catch on to some of that Florida State magic, but it obviously hasn't materialized with Aguayo. So, I mean, he's on the Bears now. Hopefully, he says he's excited to be on the Bears.
The Bears.
I don't know. I mean, I guess he's going to get a lot of field goal tries because the Bears ain't even going to get into the end zone that often. So, their quarterback, though, Mike Trubisky, looking good in the preseason. He's a pretty athletic guy.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it sucks that he's on the Bears, but you got to start somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the Bears can protect him and he stays healthy. I literally just want every single rookie to have a good year. Pretty much. I don't want to see any. This is just being hopeful and wishful thinking, but I want to see all the rookies excel and bring out the better stars in their team and make a name for themselves in this league. Because we got a lot of turnaround where there's a draft class and the rookies just don't show up, and it's now we gotta wait till next season.
Yeah, for real. That happened with us with RG3, Johnny Manziel.
Seen
a lot of QBs.
A lot of disappointment. Trades. Did you see the trades this weekend? We had Sammy Watkins get traded from Buffalo to the Rams. I guess that's a good move for the Rams, not a good move for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, was it the Giants or the Rams? Oh no, it was the Rams, right?
Yeah, it was the Rams.
Yeah. And these LA teams got me confused these days.
I know, man. So I saw this. I saw on Twitter, this fan posted a picture. He's like, I finally got my Sammy Watkins jersey. Let's go Buffalo. And then someone's like, yo, dude, you need to check ESPN.
Bro, it's the worst day to buy a Sammy Watkins.
He got traded the same day that fan bought his ticket. So I hope he kept his receipt, man, so he could return that.
Burning it if he can, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
honestly.
Those fans are they disloyal, bro. He probably unfollowed him on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, follow me on Instagram because I changed my Instagram name. This is gonna be a shameless plug. My Instagram name has changed to Saif K94. So SAIF K94. You can follow me on there. And yeah, that's the little update I got. Carlos, you got any more plugs?
Yeah, first and foremost, let's plug Hot Streak. Follow us on Instagram at Hot Streak Podcast.
Hey.
And on Twitter at Hot Streak Pod, POD. Also, check out the website, www.hotstreakpodcast.com. CRP shows. You can follow CRP shows on Instagram at CRP shows. You'll see exclusive content from all the CRP shows that Caesar edits and produces. We got the Rodriguez Show. We got Anum in the AM, and plenty more. Caesar's Modern Life actually made a return this past weekend, right?
Hey.
Coming back at the end of the month. So keep it locked for that. It's got some interesting stuff. Alexis, you got some plugs? Plug yourself, boy.
My phone died, guys. I don't remember my Instagram name.
I think your Instagram. I think your Instagram's like.
That goes to show how much
I think it's I think it's like Alexis_Cuevas8 or something like that.
That's it right
Do
there.
your Google.
Sounds familiar,
You'll
bro.
find them.
Do your
That's it
Googles,
right there,
bro.
bro.
There's only one Alexis Cuevas out there, so.
That's true. It's true.
No. Remember in high school there was a girl. She was a year younger than us. Exact same
Oh
name,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what you get for having a gender neutral name,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what you
bro.
get.
My bad.
My bad.
My bad, bro.
Oh man. So I think we're good for this break. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna bring you some international soccer news. We got plenty to talk about.
Stay tuned.
And yeah, stay tuned.
This ain't no hot links. This ain't no hot chicks. It's Hot Street Podcast, man.
And we're back. It's Hot Street Podcast, and I hope you guys just enjoyed that music. I know it was lit and you're turned up and you're ready to hear about this young soccer. Well, guess what? We're ready and we're here to provide that. I got my boy Alexis and Carlos. They might, like we just were saying off camera, off the mic, viewer discretion is advised right now because
Listener discretion is advised. You've been warned. It's finna get heated right now.
Yeah. You
All right,
already
so
know.
we're gonna talk about Supercopa de España. The first leg was this past weekend on Sunday, August 13th. Madrid won. Overall they started the game off on the right foot. It was kind of boring until the second half. Piqué scored an own goal.
Opened up the gates.
And Barca had to play a little bit more with. I mean, the pressure was rising on them. They're in their home stadium, losing to Madrid off an own goal, so there was pressure for them to score. The dramatics did start with Luis Suarez. He got fouled in the box, and there was a penalty. Apparently, Alexis is a Madrid fan, so he's obviously always going to disagree with Luis Suarez.
No. I'll admit when there was a PK, but there was no PK.
There was a PK.
No.
There's a PK because the referee called a PK.
True.
All right. There you go.
What
So
are the cameras for now?
Messi converted from the spot. If there was video assistant replay,
That would have
La Liga would have no penalties, and Ronaldo wouldn't be the top scorer in the league.
Maybe.
No,
But Messi low key gets a lot of PKs now too.
because of the diving.
Because you have Suarez.
Yeah, because of the diving. Okay, so Suarez dove. The referee fell for the dive. Messi got a PK. He converted it from the spot. But the way Barcelona's defending has been, they've been susceptible to the counterattack. Madrid having the best counterattack in the game.
Perfected it.
They literally have the most dangerous counterattack that has. I mean, honestly, I've been saying it since, I think like 2010. They've had a great counterattacking team since for like the past 7 years, and it's only getting better. A breakaway. Cristiano Ronaldo scored it was a beauty of a goal. You got to admit that. No matter what you think about Madrid and the rivalry with them and Barcelona, you got to admit when a goal is scored and it's a magnificent goal. He cut inside, put it on his favored right foot, and just blasted it into the top corner. It was magnificent. So he proceeds to take off his shirt, flex on him in the new camp. He took off his jersey and he did the Messi pose. Obviously, that Messi pose from last April was getting to him. It's been 4 months since that happened, so I mean he's a little bit petty for that. But I mean,
but did you see all the abs though? I didn't even know that many abs existed.
Everyone knew that Cristiano Ronaldo was petty, so he just confirmed it. And then so he takes off his shirt, and if you take off your shirt on the field during gameplay, you get a yellow card. So pay attention to that. And later in the game, once again, Barcelona gets caught on the counter. And the young pup, Marco Asensio, 20 years old, Spanish international, very, very good player. Unfortunately, he's playing for the enemy. So he proceeds to score a cracker. I mean, that was a beautiful left-footed shot, lasered right into the top corner. Barcelona's goalie, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, decided to close his eyes and hope that it wouldn't go in. Still went in. So Barcelona ended up losing, with the score of 3-1. But before that, Ronaldo dove in the penalty area, and the referee pulled out a second yellow card. So he got a red card, and instead of just casually taking the red card like a man and walking off the field, he decided to throw a fit and push the referee. He is serving a 5-game. Is it 5-game or 6-game suspension? 5-game suspension. So he's gonna miss the first 5 La Liga weekends.
4. The first 4, and then the next game, which is Wednesday.
Oh,
for the Supercopa.
Okay. So he's gonna miss a Supercopa second leg in the Bernabeu, and he's gonna miss the first 4 weekends of La Liga. So what do you think? You think that was harsh?
Nah, dog. He had it coming.
He had it coming, right? Yeah. He shouldn't have dove.
Yeah. It was more of
honestly, it wasn't. It wasn't a dive. It was a unfortunate. He got shoulder checked. It was clean. He lost his balance. He fell. He thought he was gonna get a PK. He proceeded to yell at the ref, and the ref took out a second yellow card and gave him a red. And then he pushed the ref, so he's gonna serve that suspension. I don't know if they're gonna appeal it.
They're just gonna try.
They'll probably try to appeal it, but I don't know. I mean, you push a ref. You got to serve that suspension out.
Unless you're Messi.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're going to bring out the receipts from 2009. Messi did push a ref, and I don't think he got suspended because he's a good boy.
Or a yellow card. He didn't even get a yellow card. Let's just going to go throw that out there.
Oh, did you watch the video recently or what?
Yeah. I just saw it on Instagram earlier today. That's not fair. Just going to throw that out there.
Ronaldo did give out a press conference. He did answer some questions from the media, and he said that it's not fair that Luis Suarez gets to dive and he doesn't get to dive, and tears are rolling down his face and blah blah blah. Wah, cry Naldo. That's all I heard.
Yo, you're Cristiano Ronaldo. You get the PK call, bro.
Oh my goodness, Penaldo. You might as well just change your last name to Penaldo.
Change it, bro. Wins titles.
Wins title. All right. So Barcelona is obviously missing some pieces. They looked very lackluster in this performance. You would have thought that they would come out with the blazing fire, but you just can't stop that counterattack. So I believe there needs to be a change in tactics or something, because you got to prepare for that. And they have it from all different angles. They don't even necessarily need to have Cristiano Ronaldo on the field to have that deadly counter. They still have Gareth Bale, they still have Isco, they still have Benzema, and they have Marco Asensio, who is definitely making a name for himself. He scored in every debut game that he's had in the past season. Latest obviously being the Supercopa de España. And I believe Barcelona needs to spend some of that money that they got off that Neymar deal, bring in some talent and bring in some quality players to see if they could match up against this Real Madrid team, who seems like a powerhouse right now.
You brought in Paulinho, dude. What more do you want?
Oh yeah, Barcelona did buy Paulinho.
By the way, for 40 million,
the fourth most expensive signing,
which is more than David Villa, who got you a Champions League.
Damn.
I don't know what you want me to say. You can't write him off yet. He hasn't even played a game in the
Bro,
in
he came from a nobody team.
That's fine. He's gonna come and
You
play
know what
with
he
the
has.
best
You've
player
seen
ever.
him. Probably not, though. He is old and getting old.
Yeah, he is getting old. I don't really like the signing, but I mean, I can't really do anything about it. We'll see what Ernesto Valverde, the coach for Barcelona, has in store for Paulinho, and we'll see what happens next. I mean, I believe that Ousmane Dembele is on his way to Barcelona. They have agreed on a fee for him. Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona have agreed on a, what is it, $100 million?
Yeah. Now they're just
Fee?
discussing add-ons. What?
Yeah, so,
I guess Borussia's trying to see what else they can get out of Barca.
I feel like they should send Arda Turan out there with them.
So Arda Turan and did not play Arda Turan. I just remembered that.
Yeah, dude, he's garbage.
Wow.
He makes a lot of silly mistakes, and he's not fast. He can't stop the counter. It's not like he can stop the counter. Like, what the nah. Speaking of Barcelona's Neymar worries, Neymar debuted with PSG in his first French League One game. He scored a goal and assisted on a goal. Honestly, that was a beautiful through ball. The French League, Neymar's probably going to score like 50 goals in the French League. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think anybody in the French League could stop that team. They're looking like a powerhouse. We'll see what happens in Champions League, though, because, I mean, they always lose to Barcelona.
There's no competition.
Because
they're not used to the competition. Then they hit Champions League. It's like, whoa, what is this? Is this a challenge?
Yeah,
What
right?
is this? We don't know what this is.
They had a 4-0 lead on Barcelona last year and ended up losing that. I don't know how the hell that happens.
Barca was the only team that could make that comeback, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. The Neymar effect. So we'll see with Neymar. He said a lot of people were criticizing him on this move because they were saying that if you leave Barcelona, you could only go down professionally. He's saying that he feels good with his move, and the challenge is going to be a good challenge, and he's excited to face that. And he said life will go on, and life is good. So, I mean,
That just sounds like a dude who got so much money that
he ain't
not
even
really
tripping. Like,
concerned
he's
about
like, I ain't even
anything
worried
else.
about it. I ain't even worried about it.
Yeah, this money, it's easy to sleep at night when I'm sleeping on a pile of cash. That's
Yep.
what
That's exactly what Neymar does. I've seen his Instagram. And then there's more starlet trouble in the Premier League. Premier League's opening weekend this year had a lot of, or this past weekend had a lot of goals, a lot of upsets. I mean, there was a pretty big upset with Chelsea losing to Burnley. What is it, 3-2?
Yeah.
They were down to 10 men in the first half. Their captain got a red card. Gary Cahill got a red card. I don't know. The Premier League is an interesting league in the sense that you could be number one on the table and face a team that's desperate and lose.
Yeah. Just want to throw this out there. Morata scored on his debut. So he's scored in all his debuts for all the leagues he's played in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Morata. He's
One
always
time.
getting shunned by Real Madrid, but he's always scoring goals with other teams.
He'll probably go back next season, by the way.
Right? And then Alexis Sanchez didn't play in the first Arsenal game. Arsenal had a really good game, actually. They were down, or they scored first, and then they were down 2-1, and then they tied it at the half.
It set the tone for the first week.
Yeah,
This game was good.
They came back and won 4-3. There were 7 goals in that game. That was a pretty good game. I actually didn't get to see it real time, but I did record it. And it was Arsenal. I mean, I'm an Arsenal supporter. I really hope that they can make a push and win the league this year. But it's looking tough with all the competition in the Premier League right now, especially at the top. So
It's about who spends the most money. As we
really
can see,
is.
Man U, Lukaku.
Yeah, Man U's looking pretty good on paper right now. I don't know, that little devilish grin that Jose Mourinho gives off in his press conferences. I feel like he has something up his sleeve this year. So we'll see what the title chase is like come December. See how the midway point of the season is. I also see that Manchester City has not given up on trying to get Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez has said that he wants to play Champions League football. Obviously, with Arsenal being the team that he's on, they're not in the Champions League this year. The first time in like the last 17 years, I believe, that Arsenal has missed the Champions League. So he's saying that he wants to. Arsene Wenger, the coach, has said that he's not going to leave. They're not selling him whatsoever. But at one point do you say, okay, look at all this money that is being offered. Maybe we should let him go and not, because his contract does expire this summer. So let's say he stays with Arsenal, doesn't sign a new contract, then you got to watch him walk for free. You don't get anything back.
Yeah, but Arsenal doesn't do anything with the money. Do they really need the money?
You're right.
Biggest signing is, like I said, and it's not as big as anyone else in the Premier League has signed.
No, definitely not. I think he was
doesn't
like
even
fourth
come
highest.
close. Yeah. So money isn't an issue in Arsenal. It's keeping.
It's
the
about
players.
spending.
Yeah.
They don't spend correctly. They spend money on players that are subpar, and they keep players that are subpar, aka Jack Wilshere. They still I don't understand why they still have Theo Walcott. Like, Theo Walcott had a good season last year, but at the same time he's definitely expendable. Other than that, I don't know.
Chelsea made a bid for the Ox.
Yeah,
I don't want
him to go though, because I think that he's a little bit more creative in the midfield.
Yeah. He can play any role actually in the midfield and up.
Yeah, he's
especially with this new formation where you play 3 in the back and then you give your wingers a little bit more freedom because they have that coverage behind them.
Yeah, and you could see that. I think Arsenal as well, they're definitely lacking in the defensive area. I don't think Per Mertesacker is a good choice to have as your last man because he's slower than molasses.
Well, this weekend they had Monreal dead center. I thought that was like really weird because he's really short and like can't really.
Yeah, he's not really short, but yeah, he's one of the shorter guys. They probably should have had a Holding in the middle.
Who, by the way, had awful game. I think he lost a lot of balls. He got nervous coming out the back, which kills your whole game.
I think it's the first weekend jitters. He's still kind of young, but we'll see how they improve. I'm eager to see the Premier League because it's honestly one of the most exciting leagues because you don't know who's going to win. Every other league, you kind of know who's going to win. Bayern's probably going to win the German league. I don't know about the Italian league now because Juventus kind of lost. They lost their first game of the weekend or the tournament.
It was the Supercoppa d'Italia.
Oh, it wasn't.
Lazio.
Okay, all right. But AC Milan's looking to trying to be revitalized. So we'll
got
see.
like what 8 transfers this season?
Yeah, I think they had
good
10.
ones. And
I
good
think
ones.
it's 10.
They weren't bad. Yeah.
And honestly, the only downfall with AC Milan right now is those ugly ass jerseys. Man, they got some ugly ass home kits. I hate to say it, the what is it?
The Rossonero.
Yeah, I don't know. Speak Italian, bro.
Ain't nobody that close.
But I mean, soccer this year is gonna be lit, like it is every year. I'm not sure. I want to see Barcelona respond, obviously, because I'm a fan. But it's because it's never easy to see Messi not be first place. You know, I'm so used to it. So yeah, I think that's it for the soccer news.
Yeah, sounds good. We pretty much covered it all.
Yeah, we did. I think this is the longest soccer segment we've had.
Yeah,
on Hot
right.
Streak.
Well, we got a real guest in the building.
We got a real knowledgeable soccer guest.
Yeah, I can admit when I've been beyond my depth in soccer, so we needed to bring that expert in.
But come April, Saif's gonna be leading this section of soccer news. He's gonna be a well-educated, knowledgeable.
I'm in the lab right now studying.
Yeah,
bro.
he's watching YouTube videos right now as we speak.
Yeah.
He's gonna know Burnley's third string goalie by the end of the year.
Yeah, so we'll be right back. Are we gonna be right back, or are we gonna do hot takes right now?
We're gonna be right back with a couple more hot takes, and then
yeah. All right, so we'll be right back. Keep it locked. This is Hot Streak.
Hey, how y'all doing? This is Saif, and you're listening to Hot Streak Podcast.
Welcome back to Hot Streak Podcast. We're tuning into our last and final segment as we wind down, and as promised, every show we're gonna give you guys some hot takes. So that's what's going down right now. I'm gonna start off with Carlos because he seemed really eager to just fire him off. So go ahead, buddy.
This is it's my NBA hot take. I think the Cavs are gonna trade Kyrie Irving at the trade deadline, and they don't make it out of the Eastern Conference. They're not gonna be the reigning Eastern Conference champions this year. Move over, LeBron. There's a new kid on the block. And then my NFL, I don't really have an NFL hot take. I believe I kind of threw those out there already. But soccer hot take, Arsenal wins the league. Don't look now. Arsenal on top of the table. Don't look now. But yeah, that's my hot take right there. Arsenal, man. I hope they win the league. I know it. I'm gonna will it into existence.
Wow, those are some pretty spicy hot takes right there, bud. I'm just playing, but
Put some Tabasco on it, bro.
all right. I'm gonna say my basketball hot take real quick. Like I pretty much alluded to earlier, that the Thunder is gonna be a good, solid team, and they're gonna be top 4, top 5 in the West. And the Cavs, I believe, will be in the finals again. You know, you already know LeBron's going back for his like 20th peat right now. He's gonna do it. I don't think he's gonna win, but he's definitely getting to the.
Oh, he's definitely not winning.
No, but then to football, Tom Savage. Here's a hot take, buddy. You are losing your starting position.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
It's gone. And then I'm gonna say, like I said earlier, Zeke gets a 2-game suspension. And I think the Cowboys are gonna flop in the playoffs again.
You think they make it? I don't think they even make it.
I think they make it, but they're gonna flop.
They're in a tough ass division, man.
Wild card, bro.
Yeah. Plus, if that suspension, they don't have great chances. But yeah. I stand by my decision. Alexis,
you got some hot takes?
Yeah, I think Madrid wins all 6 trophies for the first time.
Hey, has that happened before? With
Not
any
for Madrid,
team?
only
never.
Barca.
Barca.
Only
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Twice. They've done it twice.
What was the only team that
I'll
ever done
accept
that?
it. They've done it twice.
Wait, which team did that?
Barca, bro. I said I'll accept
Jeopardy?
it. It's fine.
What is
But Madrid's
Barca?
going for it, you know?
Wait, how many times have they done that?
Twice.
What? Twice?
Wow.
Twice, bro.
Not once, but
What
twice.
the
2
hell?
different coaches, by the way.
Yeah, that's insane.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they are the best there ever. What?
2007 AC Milan. Best there ever was right
I
there.
can't even.
I know
debate
why
that.
he's saying that. He can't. There's only one guy who's ever beat Cristiano and Messi for the Ballon d'Oro.
Ronaldinho.
No,
No,
Mr.
bro.
Kaká. Mr. Ricardo
Dude,
Kaká.
he was oh my god! I remember.
Too bad
I used
his
to play
knees
FIFA
are gone.
2007.
Bro, it's fine. He won everything before that, though.
Bro, FIFA 2007 with Kaká. GG. Game over. Nah, but yeah, that's our show for this week, guys. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram, Hot Streak Podcast, on Twitter, Hot Streak Pod, and you can follow me on Twitter. On Instagram. What am I talking about? Don't even look for me on Twitter. I deleted my Twitter, so you can't even find me. I can't even find me. But on Instagram, it's gonna be SafeK94. Find me there, and follow CRP Shows on Instagram. Look out. We coming. We got more shows coming up next week. Stay tuned. And thanks for listening. Swag.
This was a Cesar Rodriguez production. Check out more at crpshows.com.